Up next, John, we have singles action.
Oh, boy.
It's Fandango versus Rusev.
Oh, yes.
The bashing Bulgarian is ready to bash once more. Let's do this.
Well, in these head-to-head matchups, you've got no one to rely on but yourself. And that's the way it should be. Both these superstars are primed and ready to roll. But regardless, the show has begun.
Look out, the side slam might just finish this thing.
That side slam hurts a lot worse than it looks.
What does Rusev need to do to win tonight?
I must admit that I did not see him hiring a manager coming. I assumed he was a bit of a lone wolf.
I may not understand much of what Rusev says, but I do know that his opponent is in for a long and painful night tonight.
Michael, I don't know about you, but there's something fishy with that pairing. I can't quite put my finger on it, though.
Plenty of fight left.
You're right, still near 100%.
He's simply reminding him that he's here. That's a first. What a move. Definitely sets a tone for the evening.
I like it. He catches him with the axe handle. Fandango's fancy footwork doesn't just make him an elite ballroom dancer. He's smooth in the ring with a mean streak a mile long. Fandango's training has given him an amazing level of agility, balance, and control that can see him fly off the top rope and rub his opponent's face in the mat.
The mighty Rusev looking a bit surprised by this assault. Looks like he may have let his guard down there for a moment, and it cost him.
But it's important to know that this match has been so evenly contested so far. You really can't pick a winner.
It's a good point, John. And I'd say this match is about as even as it could get at this point.
Showing an aggressive side here. Fandango brings his unmatched precision and grace with him to the squared circle. His abilities enable him to anticipate what's going to happen in the ring and quickly move to launch his own attack. Don't let Fandango's lavish ensembles fool you. He's aggressive, resilient, and destructive.
Yeah, you know, the thing about Fandango, Michael, is that if he heard you say those things, he would thank you for the compliment. The only thing that might be greater than Fandango's love of self is the enjoyment he receives from punishing his opponents.
What do you think they're talking about, King?
Probably going over strategy. What it's going to take to win this thing.
Good Lord, that wasn't even close.
So that's what it's like being so far off the mark.
Unleashing it for the second time now.
How will these guys do with absorbing the punishment they're about to receive out here?
Rusev spots the chance, and he takes it.
Oh, my God, his body's been through hell, and his ribs have bore the brunt of the attack.
And I hope we can get a doctor out here as a precaution. Damaged ribs like that.
Oftentimes in our business, the only way for personal issues to be ultimately resolved is two superstars enter the squared circle and go one-on-one in a good old-fashioned wrestling match.
Yeah, and social media has been on fire ahead of this one. But now it's time to get down to business.
Both these superstars are going to find out about themselves real quick.
But hey, we're in the nation's capital. But the real leaders of this country are inside the ropes, and the WWE fans know it.
Let's talk briefly about Fandango. As we know, here in the WWE, a manager is commonplace. And in that tradition, he seems... A superstar gets a certain feeling when he knows there's a strong possibility he may exit the match in a completely different condition than he entered. That's not exactly a comforting thought when it's your career.
Well, there's no telling what we're going to see here.
And the party has officially begun.
But here's the thing. You have to perform if you want to bask in that WWE glory.
The repetition on that move is becoming deliberate at this point. Guys, I'm going to discuss Fandango for a moment. I must admit that I did not see him hiring a manager coming. I assumed he was a bit of a lone wolf.
Hey, he's a WWE superstar, which means he's among the very best to lace a pair of boots. But does he have what it takes to beat his competition here tonight? That remains to be seen.
But between you and me, Michael, I think he was just lonely on the road. I mean, that's why he made this hire. Nobody else wanted to travel with him.
That chop turning his chest to deep purple.
Well, that's not just the way to take down someone you want to beat. That's the way you take down someone you want to permanently hurt.
Kicks out in time.
Oh, just barely in time. That was close, you got to admit.
Toss to the outside.
Like yesterday's garbage. Fandango's fancy footwork doesn't just make him an elite ballroom dancer. He's smooth in the ring with a mean streak a mile long. Fandango's training has given him an amazing level of agility, balance, and control that can see him fly off the top rope and rub his opponent's face in the mat.
A knockdown, drag-out brawl, complete with a big stomp.
And these guys are throwing bombs. They're pulling out all the stops. He was able to reverse that.
Talk about a target. The largest bullseye is always in someone's back.
Yeah, that's bad. If he keeps up this pace, this could turn real ugly real fast. I don't like how slow he is to react right now.
Fandango brings his unmatched precision and grace with him to the squared circle. His abilities enable him to anticipate what's going to happen in the ring and quickly move to launch his own attack. Don't let Fandango's lavish ensembles fool you. He's aggressive, resilient, and destructive.
Yeah, you know, the thing about Fandango, Michael, is that if he heard you say those things, he would thank you for the compliment. The only thing that might be greater than Fandango's love of self is the enjoyment he receives from punishing his opponents. Rusev reversing it. Incredible.
Just brings him down to the mat with authority there. Man, oh man, did he take a wild swing with that.
You're right. That was wild indeed. Good thing we're over here.
He's making a statement here with this attack. He's endured heavy blows here. I don't know how much longer he can go. The referee may have to call this match, King.
Oh, my gosh, this is awful. I'm going to tell you something. Whenever you get hit like that, for the next 15 minutes, everybody you see has an exact win. Whoa!
He's measuring. And there's the bell. And here we go. This is the type of battle that you can show someone who's new to our brand of entertainment and say, this is what WWE's all about.
I don't know about you, but I've really been looking forward to this.
Both these superstars are going to find out about themselves real quick.
But hey, love him or hate him, when Rusev is in the ring, you know you're going to see something special.
Let's talk briefly about Fandango. As we know, here in the WWE, a manager is commonplace. And in that tradition, he seems to have taken a liking to someone's services.
Don't get me wrong, I enjoy Fandango's moves just as much as the next guy. But if he's concentrating more on his in-ring career and less on the salsa, he'd be an absolute unstoppable force.
Well, the only way to rise to the top of the WWE Universe is to win consistently. And that's what he's looking to do here. Fandango's fancy footwork doesn't just make him an elite ballroom dancer. He's smooth in the ring with a mean streak a mile long. Fandango's training has given him an amazing level of agility, balance, and control that can see him fly off the top rope and rub his opponent's face in the mat.
And mighty Rusev looking a bit surprised by this assault. This could be the start of an ugly downward spiral if he's not careful.
I tell you, we knew this was going to be a close affair, but I don't think we expected it to be this tight. What a match.
Agreed. And you have to wonder where this guy's confidence level is at this point.
He lands the strike with great accuracy.
When he gets going like this, there are few better.
Fandango brings his unmatched precision and grace with him to the squared circle. His abilities enable him to anticipate what's going to happen in the ring and quickly move to launch his own attack. Don't let Fandango's lavish ensembles fool you. He's aggressive, resilient, and destructive.
Yeah, you know, the thing about Fandango, Michael, is that if he heard you say those things, he would thank you for the compliment. The only thing that might be greater than Fandango's love of self is the enjoyment he receives from punishing his opponents.
Little misstep by Fandango. With these two guys, we all knew this was going to be an all-out battle.
And at this point, it looks to me like this match is as even as it could get.
Oh, it's been a great match up to this point, and this could really go either way.
He's displaying classic offense here.
Yeah, that's when he's the most dangerous. You know, Cole, he's got to be careful not to go to the well too many times. You do remember wells, don't you, Michael?
Not really, but you are from Tennessee, so I get your reference. You still use them.
Yeah, but I don't go there too many times.
He's sending a message to the entire WWE locker room here. Now, why did he do that? A move like that's low. It's appalling, if you ask me. Totally disrespectful.
Well, when he sees a belt, he likes to hit below it.
The body's taking some abuse here, but nothing that can't be shaken off.
Oh, that sure nailed him. Ouch.
Will this be enough?
Hang on. What are you doing? We got a match going on here. Oh, kidding. That really hurt my back. Look how slow he is to recover here. That was some serious punishment. Oh, look at this. Rusev doing some good work here. He's pulling out all the stops tonight.
I don't want to know what that feels like.
Yeah, well, I've felt it before, and you're right, you don't want to know.
And he fails to connect with anything that time.
Man, that was some miss, all right. I can feel the breeze all the way over here.
Looking at it here.
I think this is it. I'm not sure if he knows where he is right now. Somehow, he's kicked it into another gear here tonight. Rusev has taken on a lot of damage. Ooh, nice counter.
That stop might have only lasted a second, but it's going to be felt tomorrow.
That may be felt for a lifetime.
He delivers another elbow.
Another and another. How many more of these can he deliver? Hey, he's going for it again. Every time he has to get up, it takes more and more effort.
At this point, you think he'd have that move well scouted. Man, oh man, did he take a wild swing with that one.
You're right. That was wild indeed. Good thing we're over here.
I can't believe everything that's transpired thus far. It's been so physical.
You're right about that, Cole. This has been an all-out war.
He's simply reminding him that he's here.
Whoa, now that's a counter.
Here we go again.
That's okay. Who doesn't like seeing things over and over and over?
He's too busy bragging and boasting than battling in this matchup.
Look at this. He's just barely moving. I'm not sure he can get back to his feet. What a stiff headbutt.
Talk about sending a message. What power. What a slam. What damage.
Yeah, that sent a message, all right. Message of pain.
He's had enough. This could be it.
This is not the position you want to be in.
Always surrounded by a multitude of exquisite women, this ballroom dancer has a magnetic charisma and level of showmanship that's unmatched in sports entertainment.
Well, neither one of these competitors has a lot of love for the other. That's going to become clear right about now.
And the party has officially begun.
Regardless, people will look back on this night and tell stories to their grandkids about it.
A knockdown, drag-out brawl, complete with a big stomp.
Man, these guys are throwing bombs. They're pulling out all the stops.
Talk us through what Rusev is thinking right now.
I must admit that I did not see him hiring a manager coming. I assumed he was a bit of a lone wolf.
Okay, guys, I want to talk a little bit about Rusev here. As we know, here in the WWE, a manager is commonplace. And in that tradition, he seems to have taken a liking to someone's services.
Definitely looking confident in this one-on-one environment. That's a good sign.
Hey, some guys work better when somebody else is doing the administrative end of the business. He's clearly one of those guys.
There's a punch worthy of the greatest heavyweights of the time.
Yeah, that looked like a Mike Tyson or Muhammad Ali shot. Rusev is known as the Bulgarian Brute. His strength is superhuman, like a supervillain. But it doesn't end there. It starts there. Rusev's athleticism means this 300-pound monster moves like a cat. I don't know if anyone can stop Rusev. Rusev is building some well-deserved momentum right now.
Oh, they couldn't find a home for that one.
Well, it certainly wasn't due to a lack of trying, Michael. And he